Hey guys, Casey here, and welcome to another OC lore video. I wanted to get this video out sooner, but I lost my voice after the last video I made, and then I got sick, and then lots of school stuff happened, and yeah. But I'm doing better, so we're gonna try this whole YouTube uploading video thing again. As you can see, the whole layout for this video is different than the last one. The last one I was recording myself drawing, mainly because I was having issues with my iPad. It wouldn't record for very long amounts of time when I did try to screen record, so I just kind of gave up with that and filmed that one video, with just me drawing. But I have everything figured out now. I'm using an app to screen record instead, and so hopefully that works out better. I don't know why I was having issues with my iPad, because I don't have a lot of storage taken up on that. I use that iPad almost strictly for art things. So there's a ton of storage on there, and so I don't know why it kept not recording, but we have this now, and hopefully this works out a lot better. Anyways, today I have my OC Axel Cvnogeni, which I'm not entirely sure how to say his last name. I can't find anything on how to pronounce it, because it is something I found online when I was looking for last names for him. I think it's Cvnogeni, but I could be wrong. It could be Cvnogeni, which Cvnogeni sounds better, honestly. So Axel Cvnogeni, but again, I could be wrong. Anyways, I'm not sure how long I'll be talking about him. He was my most voted on in the poll I posted on my community tab, and then I realized I don't have a ton figured out for him, at least not yet, but I am working on it. With that aside, I'm gonna start with his backstory, or at least what I have figured out about it. Axel is the second son of the Duke in the Kingdom Solus. He has an older brother and a younger sister named Cole and Layla. Axel is very pressured to put on an image to the public by his parents. They think that because he's so high-ranking, he needs to appear a certain way. One thing his parents get mad at him for, or is something they believe is out of line for him to act like, or for him to is the fact that Axel enjoys more feminine things. Axel's story does tackle toxic masculinity, mainly coming from his parents. He enjoys things like painting his nails, flower crowns. He likes dresses and more colors that society deems as feminine, rather than just viewing them as just colors, which I think people should view them as. They're just colors. You don't need to put a gender on them. Anyway, things just that are deemed more feminine are typically things that he enjoys, and his parents do not like that. They think he has to act super masculine and stuff like that. They use his older brother Cole as a comparison, and they'll say things like, "You should act more like Cole," or "Cole doesn't paint his nails. He knows that that's a girl thing," and just stuff like that. Cole goes along with this too, because he was always on his parents' side of things. Axel's younger sister, though, is way nicer. She supports Axel, and if none of their family's around, she'll show him her makeup and her dresses and stuff, and stuff like that. Axel and Layla are pretty close. They're a year apart in age, so they've always had a bond, versus Axel and Cole, where Cole's 3 years older. So it's just Layla and Axel have had more time to bond, and they're both super supportive of each other's interest. And that's the last of his backstory I have going for him, which sucks, but I want to add more to it than just the toxic masculinity aspect. That is a huge central part, don't get me wrong, but I mean more than just the toxic masculinity, why his parents are like this, why his brother acts like this. I want to figure out how it ties to how he acts currently, or as the story goes on, and what events were kind of a turning point that would cause him to leave. I just want to figure out more to it, because right now it just feels kind of a baseline, rather than digging deeper and getting deeper into his character and stuff like that. But next we can get into his design, which again, still working on, but it's okay. His whole character's a work in progress. Okay, so his design. I was using the script for the last few parts of this video, but I feel with the design, I'm just gonna talk, so if I stutter a lot, I apologize, because I know I've already been doing that, and I thought the script would help, and the script did not help. I still stutter quite a bit. So, getting into his design from that point on, I struggled with it, because Another big part of Axel and his family and stuff like that is they're supposed to be represented as perfect. They're supposed to be deemed as perfect. So when they walk out in public, everyone's supposed to look at them and be like, oh, they're like the perfect family and stuff like that. So I struggled with that because I'm not entirely positive how to represent that. I try to make them look really elegant, really, like, in public. Maybe they put on like a show where they get along really well, stuff like that. And to show the elegant aspect, I kind of try to throw them in more traditionally, like, common clothing that, like, you'd see a duke wear, or a prince, or anyone who's kind of has a higher ranking. Because while this whole setting is in the medieval times, it is a huge fantasy land with a lot of magic, so some aspects are changed a little bit. So as you can see, like, I try to give him kind of like a long blue coat, and you can't tell because it is a half body, but it's supposed to be kind of like a trench coat where it is really long. His sleeves, or like the undershirt's kind of puffy but kind of put together at the same time. His pose shows that he's kind of like, he's got an idea of what he's doing. He's like, but at the same time really concerned. So he's like, I don't know the best way to explain it, but like Axel, because of being so pressured to be perfect, does know how to act really like in the image of what his parents want, in the image of what he believes society, or like the kingdom at least, would want. And that's really kind of all I got going. I wanted the colors to match really well. He's wearing a dark blue because I thought that was fitting. But with such a simple like color palette that he has going on right now, with like his blonde hair and blue eyes and like tannish lighter skin, I guess, like, I don't know. I feel like the colors could probably be way better. Like, he's just got a very simple design. I try to give him, like, expression-wise, like, a very concerned, very worried look. Not super concerned, but just kind of, like, generally worried. Like, maybe something's stressing him out, something's, like, bothering him, but he's also trying to stay put together and act like he knows what he's doing, stuff like that. It's just very difficult to come up with the design for him, just because I want to figure out how to tie it into his character really well without also kind of, like, while kind of showing that he's also been pressured to look like that. Like, I have a design for what he looks like when he's, like, free from that, when he feels more open and allowed to be himself. But with the specific drawing, I'm showing how he looks like, my bad, for the good first portion of the story, where he is put in this very tight position, this very difficult position where he has to act a certain way that he knows he isn't. Like, he isn't that kind of person. So that's kind of what I have going on right now. I'm probably going to take this back to the drawing board. I probably will be taking this back to the drawing board, rethinking of designs, but, like, again, I will take any request if anyone has any ideas, because I'm totally open to that. I love, like with certain fandoms I'm in, when I'm on Tumblr watching people redesign certain characters, I love looking at, like, the way they're putting certain aspects of their character, or, like, their story into their character. In the design specifically, like, when people, like, for example, are redesigning the My Little Ponies, when they make Fluttershy have Flutter Bat, like, characteristics is kind of like the aftermath. I do think that's super cool, because that is kind of an interesting point to her story, and to put that into her design later is really interesting. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out, how can I tie this into his story? What will he look like after? Stuff like that. You can see with the background I kind of gave up a little bit too. Like, I was trying to make it look like it was sunny and nice outside, and he's doing all his duties as the Duke's son. But then you can kind of see at the houses I kind of gave up, and you'll see as you watch the speed paint of just how much I did not put effort into those houses. I'm totally willing to redraw this too. Like, I feel like it needs to be redrawn, or I need to draw him again. But this is kind of all I have going on for him right now. I will let you guys continue watching the rest of the speed paint, and then I will come back at the end to say goodbye. So enjoy the speed paint. we are getting close to the end of the video, so I hope you all enjoyed the speed paint and me talking about Axel. I will probably make another video on him when I decide to like get all of his like backstory together and like figure out a design for him, because he definitely would need another one, because I am not done. I did have a question though, based on the content y'all would like to see. When I was doing gacha content, I did a lot of AFMAO content, and recently I've been doing these videos where I'm talking about my characters and their designs and stuff. One thing that I am really passionate about is character design, so I'm wondering, with all of that, you know, kind of put into one, if you guys would be interested in me doing AFMAO character redesign ideas from all of her series, or at least as many as I remember, because not all of them. I didn't watch all of them, nor did I like all of them. But from like Minecraft Diaries and My Street, would you guys be interested if I did some redesign videos? Because I do have a few redesigns and a few redesign ideas, so I really want to do those because I love watching character redesign videos in general. I think it's really interesting. So let me know if that's something you'd be into. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, so I hope you all are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is for you right now. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye!